that happens exclusively here on Meet Me on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, or if you are on my side of the world, and the reason is to have sunlight going on at 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Welcome, 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 everybody. I want to say hello to every single one of you who is tuning in right now. All of you that are new on here, thank you for making the time. And all of you who are not new, if you're a returning friend of mine, welcome back. So today we have a really amazing show. We have two very special guests. But before we do all that and we get the show started, I do have a couple of disclaimers, reminders to tell you guys, okay? The first one is this is a feature show, so please make sure that we keep it respectful on here. Not only to myself, because I mean, if you don't respect me, I just kick you out of the stream, and I don't want to do that because I want all of you to enjoy the show and have a wonderful next hour with us. But also respect my guests, please. These amazing guests have taken the time of their day to be here, to talk to you guys, to introduce themselves, to just share their amazing energy with all of us. So please respect them. Also support them. Go check out their streams. Go make sure that you connect with them. I always say this, but I believe, hi doggy, I believe that feature shows are meant to connect all of us, plug us all in, make sure that we are all in the same community, because at the end of the day, this is what the online community is all about, right? So let's support and uplift each other, all right? So the other reminder is for both my guests today, please make sure that when you come on the guest box, you're not driving and you don't have kids around, please. And also refrain from profanity. Make sure, it's very important. The third disclaimer or reminder is that because this is a feature show, there are certain topics that we cannot talk about, like politics, religion, I don't know what else, but topics like that we can't really talk about. So everything we're going to touch on today is going to be just our opinions, okay? I am not a certified coach of any sort. So everything we talk about here is just our opinions, our own experiences in life, and just things that we want to talk about, but not from a professional perspective. Okay, let's make that very, very clear. And the next reminder, last but not least, because it's very important, just because I am not acknowledging you right away, either when you gift, when you favor me, when you send me a comment, which I'm looking at, thank you, Lionel, I read you. My comments, chats are all on, so I'm listening to you guys, I'm looking at the favorites, etc. But out of respect of the show's format and out of respect of both my guests, I simply can't address each and every one of you individually at the moment that you want to talk, because it is a feature show and we do have a certain guideline and format that we must follow, okay? So with that said, welcome to Own It, everybody. Welcome to this featured hour every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time, exclusively on Meet Me or the sister platforms of Meet Me, okay? This is called Own It, and the intention with Own It is so you and I become the best versions of yourselves by owning the uniqueness of who we are. I believe that we're all very unique in our own different ways, and not because we're different, it means that someone is better than the other or vice versa, right? We're all unique and perfectly made, and we all have a story that is worth sharing. So this is what Own It is all about, just owning our virtues, owning our flaws, but just owning who we are, because I believe, in my opinion, this is the only way that we can grow, elevate, be successful, and truly be authentic. And if you're a streamer, especially if you're in the live streaming community, this is the only way that you can connect with other people, just genuinely being authentic and being yourself, okay? So just own who you are. And my name is Cicely. If you don't know me, hello, nice to meet you. I am Cuban. That's why my name is That Cuban Girl. I was born and raised in Cuba, but I've been in the States for a long time. And a little bit about me is I moved to California about 12 years ago, pursuing a career in entertainment. I've done a little bit of everything from public speaking, which is ultimately what I love. Hi, Auntie. I have also been a model, a ring girl, a beauty queen. My last pageant I just did in 2024, I was top 12 candidate at Miss Cuba Universe, and I'm very proud of that. And I've done other pageants as well, acting, you name it. I have done a lot of things in the entertainment industry, and the reason I do own it is because I love this. I love communicating. I love sharing with you my experiences, the things that I have learned, the things that elevate me every single day. Okay. And with that said, sorry about the sirens. My windows are open, you know. With that said, make sure that you go to my Instagram and my other social medias and connect with me so you can really see what I post and what I'm about. Okay. So thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna walk you real quick in what you can expect today during the show. Today I have two amazing guests. They're both top badges from our sister platform, Tagged, and I'm really excited to have them both here today. We're going to be talking about a very specific topic. You know, every week I have a different topic that we talk about, and the topic was inspired by one of my guests. So that's what's gonna happen. Then I'm going to call in my first guest. After that, I'll share with you the quote of the day. Then I'll call in my second guest, and then I will have them both join in the guest box at the very end of the featured hour for final thoughts and to ask them a question that I always like asking here on the show. And if you want to know what that question is, you have to stay until the very end to figure it out. All right. So let's get the show started. I want to share with you guys that the topic of today is, like I said, inspired by one of my guests, and the topic is why elevating our consciousness is elevating our lives. Why elevating our consciousness is elevating our lives. This is my opinion, okay? But I love talking about these subjects because it's something that has truly changed and shaped my life these last few years. And with that said, I am going to quickly share with you guys what the meaning of consciousness is, in case you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, okay? If you see me looking down, it's because I have everything written down, okay? So the actual definition of consciousness is the state of being aware of one's existence, feelings, and surroundings. But the spiritual definition of consciousness is the form of awareness, perception, and inner knowing that goes beyond the physical senses. So to me, that translates into basically awareness is, yes, to be aware of things. So cute. To be aware of things, but also to be aware of the things that go beyond our physical senses. Okay. That's in a nutshell what I think that is. Okay. I love that, Michael. So let me go ahead and introduce my first guest of the day. Either of you, whoever requests first is the person I'll introduce. So feel free to request the guest box. Let me see who's going to request the guest box. And everybody who's joining from Tagged, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Yay, that's so cute. Thank you for the mic. Jay, they haven't requested the box yet. Are they here? I know I saw one of them earlier. Yeah. Okay, let me see who's requesting. Perfect. Okay. So I hope I'm going to pronounce your name correctly. If not, I am so sorry. But she has been on Tagged since July 2022, works with dogs, boarding them and walking them, really enjoys gardening and is a gardening enthusiast. And her stream is a stream of consciousness. Most of it is unplanned. And in her own words, we improvise, react, and relate to surroundings, trolls, and travelers. Please, everybody, welcome to Own It, Molasses.
Because I'm slow.
To Own It.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Okay, how do you pronounce your name correctly?
Molasses.
Molasses. What does it mean?
Molasses is a syrup made from sugar. People have probably had molasses cookies. There's other things made with molasses. It's like a concentrate of sugar. It's not really sweet. It's a little bit bitter. It pours very, very slow. So there's a saying like that I probably can't say, but it's get the molasses out of your something that rhymes with it. And it's like a grandmother type thing. And matter of fact, one of the main brands is called Grandma. So I just thought it was a funny name. And I use it in growing. It's one of the ingredients in my compost tea. So it was appropriate. And people were trying to rush me. And I was like, no, I'm just going to slow roll it all in. So that's how I approached Tagged. I wasn't trying to get my top badge as fast as some other people we might be talking to today.
I love that so much. Yeah, we'll touch a little bit more on that because I do wanna take advantage of the fact that you're a top batch in a little bit, just to give people tips and how to become, especially on your platform. But before we get there, thank you for sharing your username story. That's actually really interesting. And every time I hear someone with a really unique username, I like asking them how that came about because people here are so creative with their names. It's insane and I love it. So thank you for
For
that.
sure.
So okay, so I introduced you and you share your bio, introduced you. Is there anything that I left off from your bio that you want to share with all of us?
No, but I thought it was really funny that I said my stream is a stream of consciousness, and that's literally your topic.
Well,
What's the likelihood of that?
it was inspired by you. Usually what I do on Tuesdays when I have the show is I get my guest bios and I kind of create a topic
Mm.
that we all might want to talk about. I don't ever want to talk about things that people might not be interested or my guests might like. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about modeling when I know you both probably don't want to talk about that. So it was definitely
My modeling stories would make you laugh. I will tell you that. I've
but it was
definitely been a
definitely.
brand ambassador, so yeah.
Oh, I love that. I've done that too. Yeah, it's a whole different ball game. But listen, but it pays well. I mean, it used to. I don't know anymore. Um,
Who knows now? Yes, good point.
yeah, but you definitely inspire the topic of the day today. So I just want to know how come you decided that your stream was going to be a stream of consciousness?
Well, when we started, I think when everybody starts, they do the thing where they just want to stream all the time. You get bitten kind of by the bug of my first stream. We just laughed and laughed and laughed, and we just talked and just kept talking. We didn't have a plan. We didn't have. I mean, we've had things like question of the days. We've had structures along the way. Uh, I've done, various auctions, battles, things like that. We led an auction called Battle of the Bosoms, which was like a demure but sexy auction. So I guess I've done a lot of different things, and I even helped someone put together a Muppet show. Uh, you know, just
I
the
love
gamut of stuff. So for me, it's easiest to just show up and just sort of improvise with people, and we make up whole things, and some things stay for months,
it's
and
so it's
things
so
that just make us
interesting.
laugh. Hmm?
It's so interesting that you mentioned that how we stream at the very beginning of our streaming career because I don't know if, for example, Papa Bear and Emoji J remember this. They've known me since I started streaming 3 years ago, and when I first started streaming, I didn't really know what to stream, and I would stream. I had an LED whip that like I used to just use and dance. Yeah. Because I love LEDs, and I
Mhm.
found this thing online, and I bought it, and I just would
Oh
dance
yeah.
on my streams. And listen, it worked, but I'm definitely not the same person I was 3 years ago. So it's very funny.
Yeah, those are actually really cool. By the way, my friend has one, and I was like, "What the hell? I mean, what is this?" It's fun. You just like swing that around. I love lights and light up things. I don't know if you know what Burning Man is, but I went to Burning Man this year, and that's a party in the desert where there's no, you have to kind of make your own electricity, your own water, and take care of yourself. And everything is lit. Just if you have something, everything's just going to be lit up. It's wild. Your clothes are lit. If you have I put lights in my hats just because you can hide the battery pack in a hat, you know. So I love lit things like that, and you could make a cool outfit with that whip probably too. But
Yeah, no, I definitely. I mean, I live in California, so I definitely know what Burning Man is, and it's just
Oh,
I've never been though, but all my friends go to Burning Man, and you know everyone loves it. I'll go when it aligns, but yes, I know exactly what you mean, and me too. I love all those lit up effects, and you know I love all that. Um, but I think it's really interesting the things that we stream at the beginning, and then how we
yeah.
progressively just like change and figure out what we really want to stream and talk about and all of that, right?
Yes, the one important thing is we always laugh in my stream. That's what we solidly, if it gets too dour, you know, because sometimes I live in Washington D.C., so you know those verboten topics that we mentioned before, you know, politics and all that. I can go on a very serious, very, you know, no frills monologue about that, and we have to break that up and have fun with it afterwards, you know. So you can't keep it too solid and too solemn. We're here to express ourselves, and in that, I think that's somewhat healing. And I think that some people, when I first came, I noted some of these people need therapy. Like, when you do the verses and you get somebody crazy, you're just like, okay, you need therapy. But sometimes this is those people's therapy. I know people that can't go to, like, they can't go to sleep because they have to troll people. Some of my trolls, they come in and so they can sleep at night. I know that sounds crazy, but it's real.
Yeah, you know, and at the end of the day, I feel like even them, they just need connection, whether they want to admit it or not. And probably the way that they express it is not the healthiest way, but it is our responsibility to not take it personal, not take it to bed with us, and kind of just act from a compassionate perspective where we're like, okay, whatever, they need connection, they're in their own journey, right?
Absolutely. They're like I said, trolls and travelers. They're moving through a lot of times. A lot of times they're just swiping through. So many of the people who come to my stream have no ring. They have no experience. I've met people where I'm literally the first person they've clicked on. Um, and that's an amazing thing to me because they can go from this little click on me to doing whatever on this app, you know, and making it their own. And I think that's really important to, you know, as you say, own it, but to make your own space. This is space making, what we're doing here. We're making space. Some people tell me they'll go into the app and they don't see me and they just click right back out. They just want to come to my space, and just for some reason that space is good for them and they like it.
Yeah. I'm going to make a quick pause and welcome everybody into Own It. Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday, you guys. This is hopefully your favorite featured hour here to Meet Me. Happens every single Tuesday. I'm manifesting, girl. Happens every single Tuesday.
Hit that fave.
At 5 p.m. Eastern time or 2 p.m. Pacific time, hence why I have light still going on, you guys. I don't know. This daylight savings is driving me crazy. These like sunset at 4:30. I don't like it. I don't like it, okay? But welcome to Own It. Today we have a really awesome topic that we're talking about. We're talking about consciousness and why it's healthy to elevate your consciousness. And I am now speaking to my very first guest of the day, Molasses, who's also a top batch in Tagged. We have both of our guests today from Tagged, which is really cool because I don't think I I ever get to really interview top batches from Tagged, and I'm so curious. So we're gonna get into that topic right now. You mentioned that you didn't become a top batch quickly. So what was that process for you like?
Like I said, I just hit the button every day. I get bitten by the streamer bug, and it wasn't necessarily about diamonds. It was just about vibing out with my friends. And I mean, my first idea was, well, because I came here to watch a streamer, I said, well, maybe if I go live, I can earn some diamonds to give to them. I wasn't concerned for myself. I wanted to gift. Um, so I accidentally hit the button and had a blast and just kept going. And every day for 2 years, I think. And I applied for my top badge because I met a few top badges. I didn't really know any top badges. I'm not a type of person to shoot straight to the top of something. I'm more interested in the, average guy, just doing his work for the day, just mundane things. So I like all types of different streams, but yeah, I just kept going with it.
I love
And
that. Do you guys have the same requirements that we have on Mimi, or is it different?
5,000 favorites and 5 million diamonds.
And but the weekly, yeah, but the weekly.
Weekly 250 a week.
Oh yeah, those are the same. Yeah, no, and that's amazing. It's a huge accomplishment because diamonds really is not something that you can control per se. So I really admire top batches that are able to continue to have that.
And that was all genuine, pretty much back then. We didn't have challenges when I got my top badge. So challenges, I think, more taught us how to exchange diamonds fairly. which some people needed that education and some people didn't. But but there weren't challenges. So whatever we were doing was gifting genuinely. So
I love that. So before I let you go, what are some tips that you want to give people? Let's say if they want to become a top badge, what should they do and focus on?
I think the most thing is just focus on positivity. Some people love the arguing in the streams. Some people really gravitate to that, and you may get a quick audience out of that, but that audience may not stay when they actually get to know you after that. So I don't know. For me, it's keep it positive, have fun, laugh in your stream, and then if you do have specific content that's structured, have fun with that as well. Get a good admin, Jay, and have fun with it, just like you're doing. And watch and contribute, and make sure you aren't necessarily a wallflower all the time. Contribute, talk.
Like me with the LED whips at the beginning.
Yeah, definitely bring it.
I got my first 2 millis because I was dancing on here. So, it gave me 2 millis. So,
I mean, it's whatever works and whatever's fun. Also, that's an activity. So I used to go on walks. My first stream was in the park. So I get it. Being active is fun. I have definitely streamed on a bike. I have a little holder on my bike, a phone holder. Definitely done that. It's scary, but it's fun. I'm always just like, thank the heavens I didn't fall on cam.
I forgot to ride a bike, you guys. True story. The saying is not true. I forgot. It's true. I used to ride bikes when I was little, and I recently, I think last year, tried and attempted to ride a bike, and I fell.
Oh no, yeah, and that's a painful fall. So I'm always happy when I don't fall. I almost fell once. We have a streetcar that they're about to discontinue, but my bike tire got caught in the streetcar's tracks, and a whole group of people were waiting for the bus right there, and somehow I magically righted the bike and it never went down. and everybody was just standing there in awe, and they were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I didn't even go down." It was really funny, but it's dangerous out there.
Papa Bear says learning the second time is usually easier. Listen, but I thought that you didn't need to learn a second time. We were all fooled.
They say that you don't forget to ride a bike, but that's obviously not true.
That's not true. I forgot. But thank you so much, Molasses, for being here. I'm going to be bringing you back in the last 5 minutes of the featured hour. But before I let you go right now, please give shout outs about, your stream schedule, the whole thing.
Okay, I usually stream usually about 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 8 to 11 hours. Monday through Friday, more likely. Sometimes I take the weekends off, just because remember I said I streamed for 2 years straight. So I try to give myself more of a break now, so I'm not overwhelmed. Plus, I run my own business, so yeah. And if you come to my stream, you may see my box thought, Dr. Phil. We just have some users with some questionable names, I guess, and some very funny people, and a lot of trolls. We have a lot of trolls. It's sort of like troll hangout spot.
It is what it is, as long as you know how to handle it. Thank you so much for being on the show today. It was so lovely to meet you. I appreciate your energy and your everything, your experience, you sharing your life with us. And you guys, to everybody who's on here, please favor Molasses and literally go check out her streams and make sure that we all stay connected. Thank you again for being here, and I'm going to see you very shortly, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You guys, how nice was she? I always say this, but I always truly love meeting new streamers on here. And I have said this before, but I will say it again. I am amazed at the fact, also I can't take credit for this. This is completely on Emoji J, but I'm amazed at the fact that even after 3 years, I still keep on meeting new streamers and new people that I didn't know before. And Jay, shout out to you for that. He's the best admin. So if you're looking for an admin, make sure that you contact him. Also, make sure that you contact Emoji J if you would like to be a guest on Own It for future weeks. We do have a waiting list, so he'll add you to the guest list. Thank you. I've never seen that one before. Make sure that you contact Emoji J so he can add you to the guest list and you can be part of the show. You don't have to be a top batch. I know today we're talking to top batches, but you do not need to be a top batch. In fact, most of the time we don't have top batch. It happens, but not like every Tuesday. So you could even be a silent, thank you. You could be a silent watcher who simply is willing to be on camera and share your stories. You don't have to be a popular streamer. You don't even have to be a consistent streamer. You can be a gifter who wants to show face, but you do need to show face, okay? And talk to us and share your live experience or whatever it is you want to talk about. So you're always welcome to be a guest on the show, and we always welcome repeat guests as well. So with that said, welcome guys to Own It. I'm so grateful to have you here. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your your energy, just being here. To all of you guys who are gifting, I am going to do a quick shout out in just 1 second. But thank you for the gifts, the favorites, everyone from Tagged who's here right now. Thank you for being here, you guys, because I'm a Meet Me, so I'm really happy to meet you guys if you're coming this way from Tagged. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to Papa Bear, who's the official Own It godfather. Thank you for always being here, Papa Bear, supporting the show. Go favor him, and he's an amazing person to know on the app. So let me quickly go up in the comments and give some shout outs. Kiki, shout out to you. Hello, Drizzle. Who else? Everyone from Tag, thank you, thank you, thank you. Emoji J, thank you. Jamila, thank you for being here. Brent, thank you for engaging in the comments. Channy, thank you, nice to meet you. And I'm gonna be talking to you very soon. Omar, thank you for the favorite. And then I'm gonna go up and go to my top gifters of the day. And I'm going to do top 5, okay? So number 5, Reese. Number 4, oh my God, your username, Biambiza? Thank you. Number 3, Scorpio seasoned. Number 2, Honest Godfather of Papa Bear Sings. And number 1, Molasses. Thank you guys so much for your gifts and your support. And thank you, Douglas. So that was a lot of talking. Okay, so what's gonna happen right now, you guys, is I'm going to be, thank you for the wheel, appreciate you. Oh, Tim the trucker, Timmy, shout out to you. I saw you earlier. Timmy, everybody go favorite Timmy as well. So I am going to go ahead and invite my second guest of the day, who I believe is also a top batch. Yes. Okay, sorry guys, wrong page. Oh no, I have to give you the quote of the day. Sorry guys, I almost forgot to give you the quote of the day. So the quote of the day is, awareness is the awakening of the soul. It's a vibrational shift into higher consciousness. That is the quote of the day. So awareness is the awakening of the soul. It's a vibrational shift into higher consciousness. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my second guest of the day. Let me see if she, yes, okay, perfect, she's here. All right, you guys, she is a mother of 3, has been a tagged streamer for 3 years and top batch for 3 years. And I believe I read in her bio that she got her top batch only 3 months after she became a streamer, which I love that. So we're gonna definitely be talking about that. Hosts karaoke, open mics, and Ludo clubs. Enjoys Lego in her downtime. Everybody, welcome to Own It, our top batch tag streamer, Chani.
Hey guys.
Hi, how are you? Welcome to Own It.
I'm amazing, thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much for being here, for your time, and I'm so happy to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, darling.
So I already introduced you, but is there anything that you want to add about yourself?
So what I would like to say is you introduced the fact that I got my top badge in 3 months. I used to be a streamer on Meet Me. So I was a streamer on Meet Me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so a year before I was joining Tagged, I was a streamer on Meet Me for a whole year. And then I used all my content from there and I brought it over to Tagged.
Oh, okay, cool. But so you got your top badge a year after joining Tagged?
3 months after joining Tagged.
3 months. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that part was accurate. Okay, cool. So wait, you're from the UK?
Yes.
That is so cool. Where in the UK?
I'm from Birmingham, which is 3 hours from London. A lot of Americans think that I'm from London because it's like the main city, but I'm not. I'm from Birmingham.
Yeah, I mean, not that I know anything about the UK anyways, but I don't like assuming that everyone's from
London. Right?
Because you guys aren't, so.
We're not all from the same place.
There's so many people from Manchester and like so many other places, So yeah, I love that you said that because you're right. We're very ignorant when it comes to that. So, so do you feel like becoming a streamer has completely changed your life in any way?
Yeah, I do, because I didn't ever see myself on the internet talking to people that I've never ever met before. I started streaming in lockdown and I started off as a viewer on POF, and then I joined Scout so I could change my location, and then I joined Meet Me, and now I'm here.
I love that. I love how both of you from Tag have the Tag life and the
right.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I need to get me like a Mimi life thing.
It's nice.
That's amazing. So, okay, so how do you feel about the topic today?
I was quite intrigued about the topic today. I'm more of a scheduled kind of streamer. I'm not really a go with the flow kind of person. I stream 3 days a week, and then I do bonus streams as and when, because I like to have my weekends free.
I love that. Well, you don't have to be any type of way too. I mean, even if you don't connect with the topic, that's totally okay. But I actually love the fact that you are as a structure streamer, because I feel like a lot of us aren't. I know I'm not. So I need some of that knowledge. So please, how do you become a structure streamer?
So, because like you said, I'm a mother of 3, so I can't stream at the times that most people stream. Also, due to the time difference, I'm sleeping when most of you guys are streaming, and I stream in the middle of the day while most people in America are at work, because I stream at 3 p.m. Eastern time, but that's when my children are in bed. So for me, that's 8 o'clock. So I'm free. I've got the nice space. I'm able to be nice and silent. I can do whatever I need to do, and I can connect. But I feel like if I streamed more than my 3 days, I'd have no social battery left. I'd be absolutely exhausted. I can't do this and be a mom. It's too much.
Yeah,
So I
100%.
stick to my 3 days.
And I didn't know that you actually live in the UK.
Yeah, I'm here. It's 10:40.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for making the time. That's awesome.
I also, when I do my events and things, I do them on Eastern time because that's what the apps run on. So it takes a lot of effort for me as a UK streamer to host those events, because they're at like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning for me. So I have a whole schedule. I plan it ahead. I go to sleep, take a nap, then I wake up and I do the event.
Do you feel like streaming is a big thing in the UK?
No.
No.
I feel like this type of streaming and being a gifter and connecting with people all over the world, when I streamed in the UK, it was a lot of drama, a lot of why are you paying money to support these people? Like, it was a lot of, they did not really understand. Now that TikTok's here and things, I feel like they're more over there, but not on streaming platforms like what we're on.
So how did you find out about the streaming platforms?
So I became single in 2020, and I was like, let's see what POS is saying. Let's go meet some people. And then I seen all these humans and I'm like, why can I see them and what are they doing? And that's how I bumped into it on POF. It just popped up.
Oh, wow. So you just kind of started watching people and then you just became intrigued.
Yeah.
So what were your first streams like?
So it's actually quite a funny story. I was a new mom to my third. I was a new mom to my third child, which is my son. So all my first streams were not scheduled, were not structured. I was in my kitchen washing baby bottles, and everybody knew me as the lady that washed baby bottles in the middle of the day, and they'd keep me company while I was washing bottles. See, she remembers. And then when I moved to Meet Me, I was doing the same. I was washing bottles and I was in the kitchen and I just streamed whenever I could get the chance.
I love that. She's like, I became the baby bottle washer and that's what happened.
So where I came from, imagine coming from there and where I am now. It's a big jump.
Yeah, so sorry about the sirens, you guys. For me it's really interesting, and I have a lot of admiration for mothers who, or single fathers who stream, because I've also had single fathers as guests, because I will tell you guys, I don't have any kids, I don't have any pets, and I still struggle to find the time to do many things. And I genuinely don't know how moms do it and single fathers do it. I can't even imagine. So my admiration, it goes out to you, really. You do a wonderful job. And I think streaming also, it's a form of self-love. I think people who are here streaming, especially when they have families, you guys are loving yourselves because you're doing something that you genuinely want to do. You don't have to be here.
Right.
Yeah, so I love that. I'm gonna make a quick pause and welcome everybody in. Welcome to Own It. Welcome to this featured hour that happens here exclusively on the Meet Me platform and the sister platforms like Tagged. And it happens every single Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time or 2 p.m. Pacific time if you are on my side of the world. But whatever, local time zone you're in, thank you for being here. I truly appreciate you guys. This show is called Own It, and the intention with Own It is so you and I become the best versions of ourselves through owning the uniqueness of who we are. I believe that we'll have a story that is worth sharing. It doesn't matter where you come from, who you are, whatever, we'll have a story that's worth sharing. And ultimately, this is why we're all here, to connect with one another, to build community, and to support one another. So with that said, I want to ask you guys to go support my second guest of the day today, Channy. She's a top batch from Tagged. Go check out her streams, everything that she's about. And again, thank you for being here. Everybody who's here from Tag, I appreciate you guys, and nice to meet you. And today we're talking about elevating our consciousness. Channy, you were saying that you're not really familiar with that, or you don't really believe, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so for you, but you're definitely a very aware person, I can tell, especially being a street.
I'll follow up on what Molasses was saying about the trolls, that a lot of them come here and they probably do need therapy. So I'm very big on working on yourself, and we are now adults. So it's like people have different ways of working on themselves, but I'm very big on, if you've been through something, you need to sort your life out. And it starts within. Only you can make yourself better.
Yeah, and that's consciousness ultimately. That's awareness as consciousness. You know, consciousness doesn't need to mean this big, you know, whatever woo-woo, whatever. It means something different for everyone. But I just think that it's really important for all, in my opinion, okay, really important for all of us to be aware in life in general. And awareness can be as simple as being aware of someone's limitations, for example. You know, I talked about this last show. There's a lot of people on this app who are going through very difficult things and situations, and a lot of people that are disabled, etc. And just us being aware of where they're at, so we are more compassionate and kinder, that's already being conscious, right? So Channy, when people come to your streams, what can they expect?
So on Mondays, you can expect open mic karaoke. We do it 1 week at 11 a.m. Eastern time and the other week at 3 p.m. Eastern time, mainly because we get a lot of guests from the Philippines. So when I do it at 3 p.m., it's 3 in the morning for them. But right now at the moment, it's 4 in the morning for them because our time's gone back. So I decided to do alternate weeks, and then I've got one at 11, so it's not so late for them, because I feel like it's complete, like it's past a joke. I'm not trying to get them up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's a little bit crazy. On Tuesdays, we do topics. They come and go as they please. It is what it is. And then Thursdays, we do Ludo. Ludo is my favorite stream of the whole week. It's like we all come together to play a game on our phone, which is a board game, and we have a blast. My stream is supposed to run for 2 hours, but Ludo runs for 5 to 6 hours.
Really? People like it that much?
Yeah. And normally my social battery dies after 2 hours, but because we're so engaged and so having an amazing time and just free, it lasts forever.
Molasses says Ludo is crazy.
Right?
I love that. I'm gonna have to check it out again. What day of the week is that? Wednesday?
Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern.
3 p.m. So that's 12 noon for me. So Thursday at 12 noon for me. Okay, cool. Perfect. Well, thank you for being here, Channy. Everybody go favorite Channy. Go check out her streams. And if you don't mind, I'm going to be bringing you back in about 5 minutes, okay?
No problem.
Thank you. See you soon.
Thank you.
I love that so much, you guys. And listen, I'm so glad that the show is from 2 to 3 p.m. my time, because the sun is already going down, and you know. But thank you guys for being here. Welcome to Own It. I'm really glad that you're all here. And I'm really glad that you chose, sorry guys, nose is itchy. I'm really glad that you guys chose to be here this hour, this time of the day, and hang out with us. And special shout out to Channy as well, because she's in the UK. And you know, it's like 8 p.m. over there, probably almost 9 p.m. by now. So yeah, thank you so much. And you guys, today's topic on Own It is why elevating our consciousness is elevating our lives. And listen, this is just my opinion, okay? You don't have to listen to me or whatever. It's just what I believe. But in my case, in my life, coming from an entertainment background, I have come to realize that years ago, about 10 years ago, I used to be I don't want to say superficial, because I've never been like shallow. I've never been a shallow person. I don't really like, I don't give a lot of value to materialistic things. That's never been me, right? But shallow, or not shallow, but superficial in the sense that I was in an industry where you're judged based on your appearance mainly, and on your success value and status, if that makes any sense, right? So I was coming from that background where my worth was measured in status, in the jobs that I booked, in the people that I knew. And for me, consciousness meant becoming aware that those are not the most important things in life. Becoming aware that simple things like waking up in the morning and saying thank you for another day, whether you believe in whatever you believe in or you don't, but just saying a simple thank you for being alive, for being healthy. We all have struggles, but even if you are not healthy right now, even if you're going through a struggle, you're here, you're alive, and every single day that you're here is an opportunity even to get better. Miracles do happen every single day. And just being aware of that fact, that just being here is a gift, and being able to have life is a gift, have health, have our family, have a roof over our heads. That to me is awareness. And when I became aware that those were simply the best and most important things in life, everything else kind of became second and third in my plate, right? So I read somebody's a therapist on here. So thank you so much for saying that. I read your comment. But yeah, you guys, so that to me, that's awareness. That's very simple. It's just being aware of what you have, being aware of the small moments, and being conscious. And then obviously if you're in the spiritual world, then obviously realizing that a lot of things are not what they seem. And you know, manifestation is real, if you want to call it that way, and that's part of consciousness as well. But again, thank you for being here, my loves. We're reaching the end of the feature hour, but before we call back both my guests to close up the show today, I'm going to go ahead and go through the comments and go through my top gifters list and just say shout outs to you guys, because I really appreciate you all being here. Thank you for the likes, for the favorites, for the comments. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to Papa Bear. Shout out to Auction Amend. What's your username? Auction 1122. Hey, hello, Mr. Get Back. Hola, hola. Shout out to Dev. Thank you for the favorite. Keith, the assassin. Honey, thank you for your comments. UC, thank you for the favorite. Infa, thank you for the favorite. Who else? Who else? I think that's it for the moment. And then I'm going to go ahead and thank you for the favorite, honey. I just saw it. So let me go back to my top gifters list, and I'm going to do now top 3. So number 3, Owen's Godfather, Papa Bear Sings. Thank you. Number 2, Molasses. And number 1, Tim the Trucker. Thank you, Timmy. I don't think he's here anymore, but thank you, my dear friend from the app. So you guys, I'm going to go ahead and call back both my guests into the guest box for final thoughts, and, just to ask them one question that I love asking everybody. So if you guys can please request the guest box. And with that said, I want to, while I wait for them to request the guest box again, both of them, I want to remind you all to follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I post every single day. I am very active on those social medias. I'm trying to be more active on here, but I'm not gonna lie. If you want to see me Tuesdays, this time the show is the best time that you can find me. Right now I don't have a streaming schedule or anything, so it's better if you go over there and find me over there. But I do want to encourage you all to follow me and to connect with me, because I do love connecting with all of you guys. And yeah, and then if not, just find me here every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern or 2 p.m. Pacific time, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and welcome both my guests to the guest box for final thoughts, and to ask them a question that I love asking everyone on here. Hello.
Hey.
Hi, welcome back.
Hi, how you doing? That was quick.
I know. The last 6 minutes of the featured hour.
Honest, it was hey.
I was like, "Whoop." Hi.
She didn't even realize that I had accepted her.
Not.
I love that. So I take it that you both know each other.
Yes.
We're each other's number ones.
Right.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
She's a lot of people's number ones. I'm
Yeah,
only
I am.
two.
Wait. Only because I just want to hear Channy say, so I'm going to ask you, Channy.
Yeah.
How did you two meet each other?
So, true story, funny story. So, my lovely Molasses, she did what I did when I first got to the app. She went around, but I use my real page. She went around on a different page and got to know people to see how they were and see how they treat her as a no ring, like basically some people like saying nobody, but we don't call people that because we're not, me and Molasses aren't like that. But
Under
other people,
20, no rings.
No
So under
rings.
level 21.
nothing. So she came in, she got to know me. She seen that I treated her like a normal human being, respected her, spoke to her, didn't know who she was from Adam, because I speak to
Didn't kick
everybody.
me out.
Didn't kick her out. And then she came back one day as herself, spoke to her as normal. She told me this story after we became friends.
Yeah.
So I was like, so you stalked me? And then
I
made
met
friends
a lot
with
of
me.
people that way. It wasn't a big deal. I made some backup accounts just, just to move around the app. Not to stalk anybody. But just to move around the app to have a backup account. And they're quite funny, most of them. I revealed one today called Glitches Get Stitches. But anyways, and that's my Scout account. Follow me. But yeah, so yeah, I got to know her, and she took like my 6 milli in my sleep.
Oh, let me tell that story. So, because of the time difference, I used to catch her when I woke up in the morning. So morning for me is really late for her. So every time I used to go over there, she was asleep or she'd about to fall asleep, or she'd be really tired. Like she'd be like, hey guys, like it's coming to the end. Because I got there at the end. I'm wide awake now. So one day I could see her, but she was there, but not really there. So I sent loud gifts and I took her Millie, and she was like, I woke her up and she couldn't believe it. The true story that we don't normally tell everybody, sorry 600 people, she was snoring in the background and I had to edit it out of the video. I had to edit it out of the video. She said lying that she wasn't, but I had evidence.
So yeah, I thought I was awake, and she's like, no, you absolutely weren't. She sent me the real video, and I was like,
oh my God, I love that.
Right.
I was so embarrassed.
Way back in the day.
Fall asleep. So my box thought, he's like, yeah, I've never seen anyone fall asleep that fast.
I love
Like,
that.
And now that she's top badge.
Sleep on a stream. That's a.
She
It was
used
a
to be up
long
late,
time
but she's
ago.
not up that late anymore.
I have gone to sleep on people who were arguing in my box. I left people arguing in my box and just went and got in bed. I was like,
Too much fun.
but it's very rare if I do it. I'm a top badge. I can't do that.
Wait, so I have a quick question. So you guys mentioned that when you're top batch untagged, well, I don't know, me, I've never particularly have seen this, but then again, I could be totally wrong, but people treat you differently?
Oh my word. So
They do.
I run karaoke. I've been doing it for many years. I took a break. I just started it back. When I used to do it before, I'd feel like not many people attended. Some people did. And then I started to reach out to people. When I started to reach out to people, I got so much more attendance. And a lady once said to me that she never came because I was a top badge. She said that she had a really bad experience of a karaoke live who was a top badge, and she never ever went back, and it put her off meeting new top badges, going on shows. It really deterred her from the app. And when I reached out to her, she was so happy. And then when she did meet me, she was impressed with the fact of We didn't treat her differently. We treated her like she was a normal human being, and she couldn't believe it. She was in shock. And that's really sad.
Yeah.
People tell me all the time I'm the only top badge they go see.
It's really sad.
I just think that there's just, well, I think mostly it's just not everybody is for everybody. But I think that some people just had some bad experiences. I mean, I think I did too. So I think that's probably why I stayed away myself.
Yeah, I did too. Thank you, darling.
But meeting Shani kind of changed my perspective on it. And then I applied for my top badge and, you know, went for it. Also, you know, I think knowing that there was people that were going to support me no matter what helped to want to jump into it.
Well, and I think we get to make the difference, right? I'm not a top batch, but as a featured show host, we get to make the difference and kind of set the tone. And as top batches, you ladies are doing the same for other people, because I'm with you. I believe that everyone deserves to be talked to. You know, that's a human being trait. It's not just because you're not a top batch or whatever you said with the rings or the levels or whatever.
Exactly.
You know, and that's why I always invite people who genuinely want to be part of the show, even if they're not a streamer, a popular top batch, whatever, because we're here for connection, right? We're not here, anyways, that's just my own perspective on it, you know? So thank you so much for being here. I have one question that I want to ask you ladies. I know we're already at the end of the feature hour, but what is one thing quickly that you can own up about yourself?
I'm very honest. Brutally honest.
That's probably why we get along. So many things I want to say, I can't right now.
Right, because we're featured.
Shani, I'm just gonna say this.
I've also met her in real life as well.
Oh my God.
We met in Tennessee. She came down for my birthday. I went down there to celebrate it, and she came and joined me.
Nashville was really nice.
Oh,
yeah, that was fun.
Are you planning on going to Live Fest this year?
So I don't go only because of the time of year that they do it. When it used to be Playlist, it was in September, and that week the kids are off, so I was able to travel. It's harder for me to travel while the kids aren't on holidays. So when they do it in May and June and things, I can't really attend.
It's July this year. What about that?
Yeah, no. Unless it's the end of July, that goes into the holidays. Yeah, it's a tough one.
Maybe I don't remember what the dates are. I went the last 2 years to Live Fest. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I liked Orlando too. I mean, I didn't do much but go to the things that we had planned, but I enjoyed where we were staying. It was nice to have a little break.
I love that. Wait, Molasses, you didn't say the one thing you can own up about yourself.
Oh, nope. One thing what? What are the words that you said?
Own up about yourself.
I mean, I'm honest too. I agreed with you on that. Well,
It's still mine. It's mine.
Yeah, it could be the same thing. It doesn't matter.
We can share honesty. I'm a pain in the butt. How about that?
You can own up that
Inside joke.
fine.
She can own it. She can, right?
I love that. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate you joining Own It. It's been a pleasure. I have favorited both of you, so I hope to see you again sometime. And to everyone on here, make sure you favorite them, you reach out to them, you join their streams, you connect. They're compassionate, they're good people, so they're not gonna kick you out.
They're not gonna kick you out.
My Meet Me account is in the chat too.
Oh, perfect. Amazing.
My Meet Me account is my name. So once the week is over, I still have an account on here. It's just exactly the same name.
Perfect. And I think I favor both accounts for you. But again, thank you so much to everyone who's favorited, liked, watched, even if you're a silent watcher. Thank you again for being here, you guys. I appreciate you. Love you all. Go follow me on the other social medias. Thank you to my guests for being here. And that's it for today's show, you guys. I will see you here next Tuesday so you and I can own it. Bye, my loves.
Bye.
Bye.